Hey guys, we're back with some Ring Domination gameplay. Now, obviously, as you can clearly see, we've already gone through Sheamus, and the legendary was, yeah, that guy, which we won't be mentioning because I've had enough of his cards already. Anyway, about halfway through Del Rio here, and I figured I'd do a video and probably make a complete pig zero of this because I don't pay too much attention when I'm talking and recording at the same time. But if we want to talk about, obviously, Seth Rollins' injury. Now, I was at the house show in Cardiff on Thursday, and they started the show off by saying that he wouldn't be there thanks to an injury sustained the day before in Dublin, where I'd seen a video before already. Obviously, he tweaked his knee, but he was walking out mainly under his own power, so it didn't look like it was going to be too bad. Obviously that ended up being not quite the case, and he's now out 6 to 9 months, which is massive shame. To be fair, they probably were going to take the title off him and put it on Reigns anyway at Survivor Series, which sucks. And yes, as you can see, I'm clearly making an actual pig zero of this. But yeah, whether they were going to take the title off of him or not, he's been one of the few main entertaining things in the show for the last 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months, and for him to now be out as well. Obviously you throw in Randy being out, Cena's okay, yeah, he'll be out for a few weeks unless they pull him back quickly. Not really the end of the world, Cena being out, he's stale as fuck, but yeah, there's a lot of injuries going around, and the roster is really weak. In that house show, we ended up with a Kane and Big Show main event. And last time I checked my watch, I'm pretty sure it wasn't 1999. But, you know, never mind. To be fair, it was a semi-decent match. You know, they put a lot of effort in, and big Kane fan anyway, so it's not the end of the world as much as I was complaining. A lot of the complaints I made on Twitter at the time on the night was just mainly due to disappointment of Seth not being there, or not being able to obviously see him compete. Now, they've announced a tournament for Survivor Series. They haven't actually announced who's going to be in it. Common sense and WWE predictability tells you it's probably going to be Reigns that wins it. And does anyone really want to see that? Yes, he's in a better position now than he was on the road to WrestleMania when he was getting booed the fuck out of everywhere he went. But he's not, let's see, I was going to say he stumbles over his lines, and that's pretty much what I'm doing now. But he's still not competent on the mic. If they give him like a short speech, a short amount of time, it's fine. But he's not top tier talent level on the mic at all. If they left him as like almost silent brooding type, it would work a hell of a lot more than when they started giving him all this suffering succotash crap that they did last year. That was just horrendous. But I would hope that they wouldn't put the title on Reigns. Having said that, what other options are there? I say Randy's out injured, Cena coming back. I can see them doing it, but at the same time, it would put him equal with Flair's title reign, and I think if they're going to do that, they'd want to hold off until WrestleMania or something, make a massive deal out of it, rather than just throw it on the Survivor Series. They could obviously put the title back on Brock, but then that's going to rely on paying him extra money to come back, work extra dates, and again, I really don't see them doing that. I'm going to play Fuji here, and I will say this right now, Fuji is one of only a few supercarders I do actually regularly watch their videos. The others being obviously Super's Omega Barbecue and Edward, along with Fuji. I think they're the only, obviously Biggie Dude as well. Those four really the only four I watch on a regular basis. So shout outs to those guys, not that they need them because they're kicking ass. But back to Survivor Series. I have no clue what I was saying, so I'm going to just concentrate on the game at the moment. But yeah, no. Back to Survivor Series. I know what I was going to say. Sheamus, I think cashing in probably does make the most sense, to be fair. I'm somewhat surprised they haven't actually done it already. they need to get his cash in out of the way before WrestleMania, so it makes sense. Do something like Reigns wins the tournament and Sheamus cashes in, ruins his big moment. Those two can feud for a while until we get, I guess, something stupid like Cena and Reigns at WrestleMania. It would be kind of predictable, but I would not be at all surprised if that's what we end up with. If they really, really wanted to go for shoving Reigns down our throats, they could do something like Sheamus gets to the final of the tournament with Reigns. Reigns wins. Sheamus then bro kicks him, gets a briefcase, cashes in, and still loses. I really would not put that past them at all. But obviously they could just go the Sheamus final route and he wins it, obviously loses a match and then cashes in immediately afterwards and wins. There's plenty of ways they could go. If they really wanted to shock us, then this would be the right time to just push someone to the moon. Put the title on Cesaro, put it on Owens. Heck, put it on Tyler Breeze. Why not? I would say Ziggler, but I'm pretty sure they've given up all hope on Ziggler. Last Survivor Series, so 12 months ago, he was once again red hot, and they just screwed it up again, like they always do. Cesaro is getting hot again, and I'm pretty sure they're going to screw that up again as well, because it's what they do. If you get over on your own, and you're not supposed to get over to that level, unless you're Daniel Bryan and you have to fight it for 6 months or more, you're not getting anywhere. But they can prove me wrong. But in all honesty, the likely outcome is going to be either Reigns or Sheamus. Maybe Brock if they want to pay him extra. I don't really see them putting on Cena. Or of course there is one option which I think would be really, really great, just because it has so much troll potential, and that's Triple H coming out, either winning the title or just awarding himself the title, however they want to do it. Put the title on Triple H, give him a massive heel run. He doesn't need it, it would really make a massive amount of sense, but he can come out, say Seth was weak, blah 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 blah, and then 6-9 months down the line, whenever Seth comes back, he's going to get a massive pop anyway. He's going to be a huge fan favourite, and we were heading, I think, towards a Seth and Triple H feud anyway, so this would really kick up to the next level. And I can see, to be honest, unless they really go somewhere shit for Seth's eventual return, we are looking probably at something like levels of Triple H's return in 2002, when the crowd just all collectively blew their load all at once, and I can see that happening again when he is obviously back, whenever that ends up being. It's probably after WrestleMania. Even if we look at 6 months, it's going to bring us to April, May time. Obviously WrestleMania is long gone, but then possibly hold it off for SummerSlam. I'd like to see them do it in whatever way they can. Just bring it back somewhere like Chicago, somewhere where there's just a really, really good crowd, somewhere like maybe New York. Don't bring it back somewhere shit, because people returning in, and this is in no offence intended to any city, so I'm not going to name anywhere that's shit. There's a few I can think of. Bringing people back for their returns in a city which doesn't have, say, hardcore fans or just has casual fans, it's really, really so much of a letdown. You've got all this hype, the guy comes back and the music hits and the crowd just sit there, and it just makes you wonder, like, what is the point? If you've got a hot crowd, it makes the show 10 times better, even if the show is shit. So bring it back somewhere where the fucking crowd is hot. Chicago would be my pick, but who knows? That's way off in the future. But yeah, put the title on him when he's come back. I will say one thing: whoever wins the title, I think, is almost certainly going to be a heel. I don't see them putting the title on a babyface, and if they do, Sheamus is cashing in, unless it's Reigns, and we get Super Reigns, and obviously he wins the title, and then Sheamus fails with his cash in and loses, which, it's probably, let's go with that. Reigns wins the title and successfully defends Sheamus's cash-in, because why not? At least that way everyone will hate Reigns instantly again, and yeah. Or, you know, Ambrose heel turn. It's way overdue. They buried his, you know, hot streak as well, so why not turn him heel? That'll be it for the video. I didn't actually see even how much further. We didn't really get too much further. I think 1-2 resets in there. But as a main point of the video was to talk about Seth Rollins and Survivor Series and other bits and pieces. That's going to be it for the video now. What do you think they're going to do with the WWE title at Survivor Series? Drop a comment down, let me know, and I will catch you guys later.